Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black with the Strat Time Report, and we got a lot of cross currents going on here because we've got the end of the week, the beginning of the quarter, the beginning of the month, right? And we've got a lot of things in conflict where we'll still have a lot of weeks that are red, and we're just starting off the new month, and a lot of days that are red or green countering the red. So we want to try and line all that kind of stuff up. And so you'll hear me say this a lot that every 60 is like a new day to us. And so in a day like today, when you got a bunch of cross currents going on, what we're looking for is, anytime there's 60, there's going to be our guide, right? So initially, we had the big whoosh down, and then here back up, right? And so when we're going down here, we're looking for guys taking out yesterday's lows. And then when you start rallying back up, you want to look for anybody taking out yesterday's highs. That helps you to trade against people that are in losing positions, right? They got what they wanted, right? So if you're short, coming down in here, you got that, right? But then, if you're short and this starts coming back up and your stock didn't drop during this, you're screwed. Boom, we stop you out. So what we do have to start off the month is we slight lower low on the week. All right, so we're still a 2 week. The question is, how do we close this out? So we're going to constantly be watching these 60s. And if you're with us yesterday, there was a big Twitter party last night because one of the things we look for is the simultaneous break. And yesterday's close was gorgeous. And here's what I mean by that. You see the 60 here? That's a 2 up. That's a 2-2 reversal coming back down. And when that kicks in, full time frame continuity to the downside. Everything was red, and you're coming through previous range. It was a beautiful half an hour because it occurred in all the broader averages in different forms. So in Qs, 2 up, 2 down, boom. And then you got your follow through in the morning. If you go to the diamonds, 3-2-2. We've been talking about that all week, and that also kicked in right on the close in the small cappers. Here, 2 up, 2 down, all of them. So there's so much to go after there. But as far as right now, I'm watching this SPY here, and you see that was slight lower low. So we just went 2-2 reversal on 60, but now we got a new 60, right? So we got a few cross current themes that we're watching here as we go back and forth. We want to see if this 60 continues, and if so, we got stuff like DraftKings here, and DraftKings stalls out, but now you got a new 60, right? And here, 2 down, 2 up reversal on the day on a Friday, which can negate the exhaustion of the week. But if that works, potentially sets up a weekly hammer for next week. It also, when the market was tanking, was going up this morning here. That's what you look for because that tells me I've got natural buyers in there. I have to. The market's tanking and it's going up. So the way you get in on that is you look for this. 2 up by taking out the previous high. 2 down by taking out the previous low. You're in right here. Boom. These two be coming outside bar of that, and we know we got buyers in there, and they've stepped up. So in the next 15 minutes, you can see these stop these guys out. Now, see if you can take it back up. That'd be a 2-2 reversal in the 15 over 50.47. If we go to Penn Gaming doing the same. 2-2 reversal day. 2 down, 2 up. Boom, back to previous range. And if that works, 2-2 weaker, just running out a week. But you can see here's a nice inside 15er here. And what about 30? Anything on the 30? Nope, 15er had to be for that one. If we go to IBM, and IBM coming up here to start off the week, or start off the month, and here, IBM, 2 down on the week, 2 up this week, reversal coming back through these guys, right? And now that we have our new month, that's RevStrat month. 1, 2 down, back up, right? And so if you look at your 30, 2 up by taking out the highs. Then here you go, stop them out, 2 down, boom, you're in, and off she goes IBM. If we go to Disney, and Disney stuck on the month. You can see these 4 months is kind of stuck in the range, but we'll see. Chopping them up, but good in here on the weekly. But on the daily, you do have this kicker. Went out on the lows, gaps up, and then takes that out. 2 down, 2 up reversal, and then on the 30 right now you can see that 2 up, 2 down, boop, 2-2, and these two be coming outside bar of that, or you've got your directional inside 30 for Disney here. If we go to ALNY, we were watching, remember yesterday, well-defined broadening formation, it's still coming through, right? Outside weak. And so now we can see if that thing sets up again to go hit magnitude and take these guys out, right? So now it stalls out a little bit, but we'll see, because it's important to know that that was going up when IBB was going down. right? That's something I'd want to know about. That means I got buyers in there. Okay, if we go back to energy. So we knew XLE on the month was 2.2. Now we want to see if that strength continues coming into the new month. You can see the inside 60 right here. And if you go to OIH, here, trying to go 2.2 on the day, back up, and you see on the 60 it just did this. 2 up, 2 down, and 2 back up on the 60. So I want to see if that continues, and you've got a bunch of usual suspects in there. EOG, the 2 down, 2 up on the day, still good. And you can remember that last month was a 2 down, 2 up. Now we want to see if we can hit the magnitude and keep going up in here. There's a nice little inside 60 for you, still going. If you go to FANG Energy, remember we talked about the 3-2-2s all last week, right? Here's your outside, then 2 down. Just ran out of time. So unless we have a reversal against us, we're still looking to take this out, right over 102.53. If we go to Emerald Hess, and Amerada Hess here, just taking out yesterday's highs, outside week to the upside, still trying to go. Just barely took out that 2 down month, so we'll see if these continue. Once a simultaneous break, all these things went inside in the 60 and up, still going. If we go to Oxy, and remember Oxy, 3.22 on the month, just ran out of time. Still looking to take this out, 33.50, all right? Become an outside bar of that, and here's what we look for on the daily. 2 down stops them out, 2-2 reversal. These two become an outside bar of all that. Oxy still trying to work. If we go to SM Energy, also still trying to work. Remember last month here, that 2-2 reversal, now still going. LPI, if we can get this thing going. Opening is an inside month as it backs off. It is trying to go 2 down, 2 up on the day, but still red on the week on a Friday, so not quite ready just yet. If we go to Murphy, Get Boy, and Murphy, there was your inside month to the upside and taking all this stuff out, and simultaneous break, all of them going inside 60 up at the same time. If we go to NXTC, and NXTC, little guy, outside weaker, here was your inside 60 after it did this. Kicker, bright red candle, 2 down, boom, gaps up, that's gone. That is just gone, and that's what the kicker should do. Just go. Everybody stopped out here. Right now that bums rush to get back in. If you go to Sarepta, also in the bio, going up when the bios were going down. And here's what you can see here. Once again, this pattern. Outside 60, 3, 2, boom, right there. And off she goes. If we go to Live Nation, once again, 2 down, 2 up reversal. Stopping all these guys out, looking to take this out. 96.50, all right? So these can become an outside bar of all that, right? And just skirting towards the highs. If we go to TTWO, and TTW outside day to the upside, but that reconfirms this 2-2 week, right? Because we know we've been watching that, and here's the 60. 2 down, 2 up reversal, boom. Because we know we've been watching these because of EA, which is cooling off today, but had a real nice week off that 2-2 reversal, right? Now, 3-1-2 on the 60, but still an inside day, so we'll let that be. If we go to CF, just having a nice little day here. Stalls out, would be rev strat to the downside, so we'll see. Right now, still watching these broader averages, and if you go to SPY, you'll see this. Watching that 60. Opens an inside 60, watching the 30. Tried to take the 30 up and now coming back into the range. So as these things go back and forth, we're constantly watching that. The downside, you got GH. Hoo boy, smoked. All right. 2 up, 2 down. Inside week to the downside. The 3-2-2 monther to the downside. So we want to see if we can take this out. 96.66. She's well on her way. And if you go to the 60, you're going to see this. The down, the inside, the down, and still going. If you go to NVAX, NVAX is an inside day to the downside per the video last night. And now, you can see this. Goes inside of the 60, tries to come up. Now it's rev strat to the downside. All right, new 60 makes all the difference. Inside bar, pokes up, and so for the next hour, got my attention below 174, and there she goes. If we go to Moderna. Moderna has not kicked in. This would be a 222 below here, 334.20. Once again, inside day to the downside, 2 up, 2 down week, inside month to the downside. So we'll see if that kicks in. Broader average is kind of meandering here. We could use a little bit more help. You go BNTX. And BNTX would be rev straight back to the downside, but one thing's talk about is when they gap, you can go in the 30s and the 60s, stay in the 30s and 60s. You can see this was a nice inside 30 right here. And that was above 237.40 and rallied up to 248.55, an $11 move. You should be able to make something out of that. Now we want to see if they want to bring it back down by taking this 2 up, because it took slight higher high and then down below 243.33. If we go to CVAC, and CVAC having a rough one here. You can see inside month to the downside on the first of the month. Just kind of stalling out after getting clocked on the opening, but keep an eye on this thing to see if it goes again. If we go to SMH, SMH tries to recover with market, but it is inside day to the downside, as you can see right here, right? And red here and going after the month right out the chute. Market recovers to try and save some of this stuff, but if we start to roll back over, LRCX here, inside day down, outside week, going after the inside month. NXPI, and NXPI coming down, taking out last month's lows. Would be RevStrat here on the 60 for the next hour below 192.76. You're there right now. Just could use a little bit of market help. If we go to NXPI, or we just do that? NXPI, I think we just looked at that, all right? Yeah, okay. So if we go to ARCT, ARCT inside day to the downside and having a rough one, and if that works, it triggers the inside month to the downside, 212. Right now, on the 60, 2 down, 2 up by taking out the highs, and boom, 222 back down to the basement she goes below 43.46. She's there right now for the next hour. Still keeping an eye on these broader averages. They're just kind of flattening out. If we go to UPST, and UPST moving around a bit, had a rough opening here, but now inside, so we want to see if they're going to continue all this red, full time frame counter to the downside, and get that inside 60 below here, 293.40 in the next hour. So we'll see what comes of that. Right now, XLE's trying to skirt towards the highs. We also had some healthcare. How's UNH doing? UNH still staying below the outside days, recovering on the 60, but as the market goes back and forth, as I just said, we want to see if the market stays firm, who's taking out yesterday's highs and the energies and stuff like that, if it starts to roll over, some of this medical stuff and the semis. So if you go to ANTM, ANTM now starting to rally back, but we'll see. Got an outside weaker here, 3.2, but still below yesterday's lows, right, which gets my attention if the market starts to roll. And Humana also staying below yesterday's lows, but recovering with market as now. If we go to FLGT, and FLGT, nice inside day to the downside, now inside in the 60 and staying down, going after monthly lows, outside weak. So we'll see how that goes going forward with the market. If you go to the Walmart, and the Walmart having a rough start to the week, now trying to recover with market. It did go inside 60 and up, and now maybe you get another inside 60. That tells you to keep a look. Target coming back with market, but now stalling out. Costco, big boxers. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. So SPY, right now, potential inside 60, right? So either side of that's going to get my attention. Can we re-break? But you're back into the range. This is what we were looking to take out yesterday, remember? And we got it. This, right? These become an outside bar of all that, right? And just a beautiful week when you had that inside day, the clean break, the inside day, the clean break, and then that 322 on a 60, boom, simultaneous break in the last half an hour. So we'll get to the weekend now. Get to the weekend vid, and like starting off the new month, we just want to see where everybody is. Let them open. All right. Hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith, Smith and the Black Strat Time Report.